Well, Yalmukas, I'm going to be wearing them here for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and any of the Jewish holidays. I'm not Jewish, but I'm going to kind of wear it as solidarity. Probably have to get some double-sided tape because I got a lot of tape, a lot of hair. ain't gonna stay up there. But a lot of people say it conflicts with Confederate stuff, but not really. Down at Dixie Defenders, Camp 2086 in Dixie County, Florida. There's a couple Jewish members in there too. I'm going to be joining that camp. I'm going to switch over to that camp. I'm not Jewish, but I lean that way. But I also figure, take some cojones to wear this. The Confederate stuff. I know it's a righteous cause. I don't care what people say. They're brainwashed into the history that was printed out by the winners. It's nothing, they make one thing sound like another, and it's not. The winners they glossed over the history with false reasons for the war, and basically they were just trying to be independent. Well, the Jewish nation was always trying to be independent too. During the Roman times, actually, Jewish nation, Israel was doing fine with the Romans till Nero got in, and everything just fell apart from there. Actually, I think it was in 363 AD, in June, it was the Emperor Julian who was trying to restore, was fighting the Parthians, and he got killed in battle in a skirmish. Probably didn't need to, because he's the type of guy that led his troops from the beginning, from the front. He would have restored the Second Temple of Israel. He would have restored it. He intended on having it rebuilt. But when he died, Jovian took over, and then that was the end of that. But I'm going to wear this on Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. And it's coming up here soon, like a couple months or so. A few months, actually. So I'll be wearing that, and in public and all that, and just as I think a lot of Jews don't even, it depends on if they're Reformed or Orthodox or whatever. Reformed kind of, it's like optional. But, I think, the law is embedded in reality. It's like the Torah is the law. And, you even have to look at the dietary commands, how much wisdom was in that. It had to have come from God, because I'm not against eating pork if you really have to have it, but there's a reason why they're telling you not to, even if it's cooked well. There's a lot of things wrong with that type of meat. It's science. If you look into the science behind it, there's a lot of things wrong with a lot of things people eat in the United States, period. But their dietary laws couldn't have been coming from research and science. They've had to come from something else, because they just didn't have scientific equipment back then in ancient times to determine what was good and healthy. I mean, there's things that are obvious, but you would think, what could be wrong with cooked pork? But there is a lot of things even wrong with cooked pork, even when it's cooked enough to get rid of the microbes. They proved this scientifically in modern times. But I'm going to be wearing this, as support. And don't go think that gets me any kind of points or anything, because I'm conservative, and any true Jew is a conservative. And they're a constitutionalist. Like, there's members in the camp that are Jewish, and they're constitutionalists, and they're very conservative. The guy on the media, it's not going to help me on the media, because Ben Shapiro is very conservative. The only reason he does well is because he's very, very intelligent, ambitious, and works extremely hard. I decided a few weeks. This took me about a month to get this. So I think it came from Israel or something. I don't know where this came. I don't know where they shipped it from, but it took a long time to get these in. This one's probably a little too small, but I don't know what size to get. But I got a couple of different sizes. I'm probably gonna wear this one. And anyway, we shall see. And I'll definitely have to get some double-sided tape, because I grew my hair longer. It's kind of like that redneck Confederate look, and it doesn't go well with you. In other words, if you got a lot of hair up there, these aren't going to stick that well. So we're going to get some, not Velcro. I'll probably use the double-sided tape. And like I said, I'm not going to wear it every day, but any of the holidays in which are significant, they're coming up here soon, and I guess you can even say, well, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to say anymore because YouTube's getting so freaking stupid about stuff. It's getting ridiculous. But I just say that Jews have always wanted to be independent and stay with their traditions. There's a lot of peoples that even have that opinion, and with their own group, whatever it is, So I mean, these Southerners have that same opinion about their own thing. Well, actually, way back during the war between the states, the Southerners were very much into what they call the Old Testament, the Torah, and ancient Jewish symbols. As a matter of fact, ancient Israel symbols. As a matter of fact, General Lee, his flag had the Ark of the Covenant star pattern, which I've flown up here before. So got the Cherokee one up here right now. So anyway, that's it. That's a wrap. Over and out.